things that we talk about in the club is the idea of diseconomies of scale. So as you grow your business, you're focusing on the growth of the top line, but you need to keep an eye on the bottom line. So your profit in real-time numbers could be seen to be increasing, but as a percentage of sales, is that increasing? Or some people can fall into the trap where actually as a percentage of sales, it's actually decreasing. Are you building a business that's focused around people? Are you focusing around the roles that you need to scale your business? A lot of members and entrepreneurs, one of the things they love is dealing with people and helping them to grow. But actually you might get to a stage where you need to focus on what the business needs rather than trying to shape a role around a person.
If you're really growing in numbers of people and locations, your culture can come under a little bit of strain. And when you get add more and more people in, sometimes we find as founders and CEOs that we want to hold on to the culture that we had within the business. Well, actually, if you're growing, what you need to do is look at what culture do you need to support your growth strategy, and that's likely to be something slightly different from what you've had that's made you successful to this point.
Well, I think the most important thing is for a company to make itself attractive to an investor is to demonstrate that you have a strong management team. Apart from just the chief executive, it's also good to see a mix of skills in the senior management team. So you may have a brilliant chief executive, but if he's the only person, he's not going to be able to grow the business on his own. So it's really important to see that the key functional positions in the organisation are covered. So if it's a technical business, to have a really strong CTO, to have a strong chief marketing officer, ideally to have a good person in the finance position as well, but to have a mix of skills rather than just one key skill. And beyond that, we want to see evidence of real passion for the business, commitment, both financial and psychological, and a real drive to make the business successful.
Basically, poor performance costs us money. The issue tends to be one individual who'll pull a small team out to one side, and that is problematic. The key to it, though, is to make sure you catch them fast. So that means paying attention to your team and seeing how they're swinging out of shape when they tilt. And at that point, then picking out the individual who is not performing. So how do we deal with it? Well, there's two things. First of all, you unempower that person. So that means actually picking off all the people that follow them around, which you can do very gently, and making sure that they're aware, we're aware. And you tend to find most people will actually walk away from that. The other thing is to sit down and talk to them, because some people don't realise they're doing it.
I think in the beginning we would have taken a few more risks. I think we were a bit cautious at times when I look back. We tried to be really certain about something before we did it, whereas maybe we should have just accepted a little bit of risk and done it a bit earlier on. I think we would have hired more smarter people earlier on. They may have looked expensive, but we could probably incentivise them maybe through equity. And I think if you get those people on, the right people on, that's how you accelerate. I think we'd have had a clearer vision. We would have tried to work out earlier on exactly what do you want to be and where do you want to get to, and made sure everybody really understood that, so it was very clear, because I think that's very motivating. I think we'd have diversified quicker, either through product or through country, and try and get to a wider market more quickly. And in terms of what we've done less of, I think it would have been being in the weeds. I feel like I spent the last 12 years always on behind slightly where I should have been in terms of handing stuff over, delegating, doing more stuff. It's tempting to hold on. It's hard to see other people that you can quickly hand stuff over to, but the earlier you do that, the better.
I mean, in terms of confidence, there's a few key things that investors are looking for. One is pretty obvious, so it's a growth story. Have they got a good growth story? Is the business scalable, either organically or through acquisition? A second thing they look for on the way in is the way out. So can this business, if they grow it and scale it successfully, can they exit it? Because a private equity investor is going to be obsessed with getting their cash out within a certain period of time. And then in terms of delivering the growth and the exit, is the management team strong? Are they backable? Do they believe in them? Can they deliver?